Yeah.
There's a
Now,
couple
since
questions
you are
I
in
want
here,
to
if
ask
you
you.
have anything to say,
We can
pause.
start with some questions.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you had to start over today?
It's a very good question.
Oh, wait, do we go with the questions with them?
Oh,
Should we
that'd
do
be
that?
cool.
Yeah, we should. What would you do if you had to start over today?
Like your whole life.
I would say I don't know
I
how
think he's
specific you
talking
get.
about his career, but like,
I'd say because we don't really have a full career like that yet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I would say, what if we could go back to when we were 12 years old, but with all the knowledge and memory that we have right now?
Ooh.
What would you do anything differently?
I'd probably be a lot wiser about my choices in men, to be honest.
You do have a whole
um,
like damn near 10 extra years right there of
yeah,
experience to go back on.
yeah, yeah. I think
Honestly,
I wasted a lot of time, like, with
I
people who
feel
didn't
like
really give a shit
I
about
feel
me, you know?
like if I could, I feel like I would almost do the same damn thing, like knowing like, all right, this is what's gonna happen, and these are like some things I could fix. Now, obviously, people are like you learn from your mistakes, but since I have the memories of them, I technically have learned from
Mhm.
them, and now I have a chance to refix them.
Figure it out. At what point, Andrew, did you realize that you were famous?
That's a good question.
I can answer this. When I had other dudes saying, "Oh my God, Clay's in my game," we can move on.
In Valo, in the Valo shit.
Clay is in my game.
I'll be back.
That was kind of crazy. That was crazy.
Somebody said, "How big is it?"
You want to pause it? We answered this.
I've never hid my size. I will say here, I'll say it again. I am bigger than a dollar bill. I'd say a dollar bill is about this size. I'm bigger than this. Y'all may look up how long a dollar bill is.
No. How big is your bank
shit.
account? That's how big is your bank account?
Oh.
Oh, we're going
Pause. Hold
there.
on. Pause.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's
Roll
the
it
complete
back.
opposite. How big is your bank account?
First person to take her to nice restaurants.
Private jet.
Yeah, you want to be the guy to show her the world,
Of
right?
course.
So, and that also.
Hey, no. Hey, what's funny? I'm gonna be real with you. The last girl I was talking to, it was the complete opposite. Not necessarily like she was dominant, I was blah blah blah, but she had all the bread. She was trying to show me everything, bro. She was trying to show me everything, and I was
Like getting
all
babied.
for it. I was like, "Shit, you trying to take me where? Let's go."
Sexually. So you like the idea of a woman with less experience, so you can
course.
show her
Funny.
things.
Of
If
course.
a woman's like, I know all of it.
Yeah.
You're a bit like,
Yeah.
You know where I
all of
caught
it?
my first red
Yeah.
flag?
Okay.
Is when she said like, "I've been in a whole bunch of Lamborghinis before." I said, "I."
But I think as a man, it's
So
the
you have
opposite.
on an
I also think that women
hatchback.
You know
like
what?
men.
Wait. Go back to what he said when
What?
he's saying like he's all for it. Hold on. Just like 10 seconds or so.
Sexually. So you like the idea of a woman with less experience, so
Of
you
course.
can show her things.
Of
If a
course.
woman's like, I know all of it.
Yeah.
You're a bit like,
Yeah.
all of it.
See, that
Yeah.
shit,
Okay.
that shit's important right
But I think as
there.
a man, it's the opposite. And I also think
Because
that women
for me,
like men.
if you pause it, hold on. I don't have a lot of love experience. I've never received like that type of love that I know like that I deserve. You know what I feel like? There's different types of
From his
experience, you
standards,
know?
you don't deserve that love no more.
Oh, obviously from his standards, but I'm saying like there's two types of experience, like probably more than that, but like to show people shit, you know?
A date for me is, especially like going on like a little walk to the falls or something, and smoking, go some here and.
But that's what he was talking about, though. That's what I was hinting at, is the fact that he
Mhm.
was mentioning like.
Well, what do you mean men are getting? Men are getting lazy because
Wait, well, let me finish.
You guys don't want
Let me
to
finish.
settle down with nobody. You guys want to hop
That's the
around from
thing.
one to
That's
the
the thing.
other.
Men are too scared of this shit because every woman wants to be on her hot girl shit.
Why you always looking at me? Oh my god. Hey.
Bro, ain't nobody looking at you.
Yes, you is. Stop lying. Stop.
And they're scared if they fucking do nice things for them that it's just gonna like be all for nothing, you know?
Exactly, because why would we do
And it's gonna
all this
scare
shit
some
for
bitch
you
away.
just to go out to the club, shake some ass?
My hump, my hump, my hump, my lovely little lumps. Check it out.
Have other dude come up behind you, shoot they shot, and they win. They hit they shot.
Lego and how we put ourselves together is
It's what
unique.
makes us us.
Completely, yeah. I appreciate
What's
that.
your end game goal in life, Mr. Tate?
I think that
What is your goal in life? That's a deep one. We got deep real fast.
You answer first, because I've been answering
your
these
goal
first.
in life? Ever since I've been young, my goal has changed. When I was younger, I've always wanted to be a competitive Call of Duty player. That kind of changed into Fortnite a little bit as that kind of came around. I've always wanted to play competitive gaming. Um,
Mm,
as I've gotten older, I've always changed to the content side, but it's always been to because with past life and things that I've been through, suicide prevention is one big thing. So I've
mm.
always wanted to just been able to be an ear for somebody, regardless of who that is, to make their day a little better so they don't feel bad, whether that come from any form of they are in here actually enjoying the content that I create and find it actually enjoyable. I highly doubt that shit, but uh that if they just need to have a conversation and they just have any kind of conversation just to get their mind off some shit, or if they have to come in here and talk some shit and get their ass roasted, if that's what they needed, whatever it may fucking be, I just wanted to make sure that everyone out here at the end of the day is alive and blessed. That's my goal in life.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal. I mean, mine's changed over time. Like originally, because I wanted to well, if we're talking real original, I wanted to with my life like go work for Disney and shit. But that was really like personal, like, oh, I want to have fun, do this shit. Then when the real shit came into perspective, I was like, I want to be what my teachers were for me, which was inspiration, motivation, and like fucking just overall inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wanted to be a teacher so bad. And I still do, but it's just like for me to work towards that right now in this point in my life is just way too much for me to handle, and I don't feel like I'd be doing a good job at it. So I think I need to take my time with that goal, you know, and kind of just like make something of myself before I go back to that.
Do you believe that love is real?
completely and utterly. Everything I say, all the things I've just said.
Did you want to answer that question?
Do I believe love is real? Yes, I do believe love is real. I believe you will love many times, and many of those will come from friendships. Some of those will be heartbreaks.
Mm.
Hopefully, it's just the one, but you never know. Um, yeah, I feel like love is real.
100%. I feel like the reason why people question it so much, I feel like especially at a young age when you're not like experienced enough, is because you don't know that love, there's all different types of love, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And exactly what you're saying, you can love in a friendship, you can love in your family, and it's more than just a relationship. That's
Next
fair.
question.
That's fair.
It's a good question right here. Is streaming considered a real job?
You're extremely
Oh,
fortunate.
pause.
Thank
Pause.
you.
Hold on.
You are. You're extremely
Why am
fortunate.
I fortunate?
So, streaming,
Is it?
yes, is a real job. It is a real job. Is it a real job for me at the moment? It's not a full time. I'd say it's more part,
Mm-hmm.
but it can be a real job if you are making it. Once you are making enough to pay your rent, put food in your mouth, and if you need to supply more, and keep just keep yourself alive. I would say then it'd be a full time job.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think as long as you're making money at the end of the day for shit you want to do, then fuck it. If it's a job, it's a job, you know?
I've never seen somebody, maybe correct me, right? You'll know even better than me. I've never seen somebody who eats right, trains twice a day like an animal, never misses a gym session, diet on point, does everything they're supposed to do, and nothing's wrong. I've never seen it.
Nah,
I've
pause.
never
Hold
seen
on.
it. So when you meet
Pause that shit. Because he's actually low-key spitting facts right now. Because it's like, no matter the fucking cards you're dealt, there's no fucking excuse to be like a shitty fucking person because of it. Like, I'm taking it into a different perspective, obviously. But for me, like, it's so funny. Personally, I've had people in my family, I've had friends that are fucking close with me. They all fucking say because of the cards you're dealt that I am fucking surprised you turned out to be the way that you are. I've had fucking my godmother say like my own mother say to me like I thought you were gonna grow up and be like such a shitty fucking person. Like I'm surprised that you've made it to college, that you've made it this far. It's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I'm not gonna take that as an insult because that just proves to me that I'm fucking capable of recognizing fucking my own strength, you know?
Ask this, but who is your biggest inspiration?
Oh,
That's a
pause.
good question.
Yeah, but this isn't the one I was gonna go with.
Mhm.
But I would feel like Juice. Would Juice World
I
have to?
didn't expect that. Okay.
Well, who would you thought? Who would you thought?
I thought you were gonna say your dad.
My dad too. That was one of them.
Mhm.
But Juice World. Even though he's passed, when not necessarily his music, but when you listen to his like his public speaking when he's talking to people,
Mhm.
and he's always about like you can even see it on my TikTok. He's saying if I can, then you can too. Saying that like as long as you put your mind to it, as long as you don't give a fuck about what anyone else says and thinks about your shit, he was like you can make it. And he's like you can make it whatever you want to be.
Mm.
And so I've always kind of like used that like verse as a guidance tool.
Mhm.
For one, I'm going for something like when I started doing all this and I made my TikTok, like that's why I did like if I can, then you can too type shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
For me, it
Now you
definitely
want to go. Now you want to go
not.
crazy.
What do you mean? I said
It's
I
it was
touched on it, but
it's
I
just
was
like, are
that's
you
why I was letting you
hungry?
go
No.
first.
Then I come out with some chicken nuggets. You're like, damn, let me get some. Go ahead, eat some chicken nuggets. Go ahead.
Nah.
Go
Oh
ahead. You
shit.
want some sauce with that shit too?
Damn, you gonna feed it to me now?
What did she say?
Shit, I might as well because at this motherfucking point, no.
Oh shit. Nah, for real though, like, um, shout out to Mr. Monteleone, Mr. Monty, Nersha High School. He had him for 2 years in a row, and he was like everybody fucking knew this man. He was so great as a fucking not only a teacher, as like a companion, and just like because he like always talked to you as not just a student. He talked to you as a fucking person, you know?
Hmm.
And he showed how he was so real about shit too. Like the way that he just understood you on like a deeper level without you even having to say shit. And like he knew that like if an excuse is bullshit, it's bullshit. He'll call you out on that shit. Which
Hmm.
is like honestly kind of where I got it from. Not gonna lie. Like I'm gonna call you out on your shit if you're fucking capping, you know? But he also knew when like if some fucking person like just by the way in your demeanor that you say some shit like to him like say oh I couldn't get the homework done, right? That was all you need to say. You didn't need to say any more because you could just tell that like shit's going on at home or like it's an honest fucking mistake. Like he was just so fucking legitimate and such a fucking honest and good-hearted human being, and he was like one of the realest men I've ever met in my fucking life besides my grandfather, you know? Like and honestly might be in part to do with the fact that he was a psychologist before he started his teaching career, but he was also a painter. Like he's been in like so many different like workforces and work fields. Like he just has so much experience and knowledge from his own life that he was so open to share and just and he made like it wasn't just about teaching for him. Like he made students' days by like having fun, allowing them to sit in with him during lunch and have conversations, to have that creative freedom. Like kids would go there and like play music with him and fucking show him shit, and like he would just be so open and accepting to like anyone and everyone. Like he did not judge you, not one bit.
The beautiful thing about being a man.
All right, and this is my question. The last one. Am I a top G?
Absolutely not.
But can I reach the top G status?
I'm not going to sit here and insult you and say you couldn't ever be anything you wanted to be, Adin. But I will tell you that, of course, and you will self-admit you're not trying your very best.
So being a top G is someone who tries the very best, becoming the best version of himself.
It's a cool nickname that stuck, but I think that every man out here should be waking up, genuinely looking in the mirror and saying, how do I become the best version of myself? I think that's the point of being alive as a man, is to become the best possible version of yourself.